And we are live. Hello, my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. And I am here with the lovely Hilary. So this is my friend Hilary. I interviewed her a few months back. And Hilary, how long have you worked for VIPKID?
I've worked for VIPKID almost 3 years now.
3 years. And have
Mhm.
you worked for any other companies before Outschool?
I have not, just VIPKID and Outschool.
Very cool. So I've been encouraging Hilary to get started on Outschool because you've been getting up in the middle of the night to teach for VIPKID, right? And
Yes.
VIPKID's cut our pay a little bit and shown us not that much appreciation. And so I've been I was showing Hilary a little bit of the ropes of how to get started on Outschool. So now that you've been on Outschool for a little bit, I wanted you to come back on my channel and tell me, how has your experience been? So tell me
Been
about Outschool.
amazing. Of course, I have amazing children that I'm teaching. It is so much fun, and it's easy. It's easy. I thought it was hard, but Evelyn helped me, so it's
Yeah.
really good.
So yeah, the first time that I talked to you about it, your worries were the same as I think most teachers' worries going from VIPKID to Outschool. Our main worries are the two main differences. One of them is we're teaching more than one kid at a time, right?
Right, right,
And the second worry is we have to come up with our own stuff to teach, right?
right.
So it's not handed to us. But tell me about how those two differences maybe aren't as bad as you thought they would be.
They're really not. What I do, I mean, I've taught first grade. Well, I've taught almost 30 years now, but I've taught first grade. I taught first grade for 17 years. And so all I'm doing is just going back and using the things that I know that these kiddos need, like vowel letters, and I mean what vowels say, what consonants say, putting those sounds together to make words, and then reading. And
Yeah.
now I'm fixing to do math because
Yeah.
I know that first graders, they need to count money. They need to know how to add and subtract. They
Mhm.
need to know how to tell time. And so it's all coming back to me. It never left. I'm just
Yeah. Well, the awesome thing is, we kind of put our two sides of the puzzle together because I know what my daughter's lacking,
right, right.
and you provide the expertise because I'm more of a Spanish teacher than a first grade teacher, and you're more of a
Right,
first grade teacher. So
right,
I'm going to give a little bit of the Outschool teacher parents perspective. So from my perspective, I'm trying to do homeschooling for the first time.
right,
Okay? So I don't want to be my kids' only teacher because um my kids light up when they get to connect with a different teacher that's not their mom making them do their homework. You know what I mean?
yes,
So
they
when
do.
it's like, for example, Esther and Deborah will be like, do we have a class today? And I'm like, yes, you have
Right,
reading class today. Oh, reading class? And I'm like, yeah, with Miss Hilary. They're like, oh, yay, we love Miss Hilary. Like, we can't wait. Whereas sometimes with me, it'll be like, can we have the iPad? And I'm like, you can't have the iPad until you read me 3 books. It's like,
right,
oh, okay. It's not as excited, not as energetic. And then also, with like telling time and doing math, like Esther has math class with Cindy today. Cindy majored in math. Cindy
oh,
homeschooled
good,
13 kids. Cindy's been a teacher in Christian schools, so she has more expertise in the area. So
right,
the awesome thing is I can earn money on Outschool teaching Spanish. Spanish is my expertise. Other parents, they don't know Spanish. They want their kids to learn Spanish. So I can teach their kids Spanish better than the parents can. And you can
right,
teach my kids first grade because you're a first grade teacher. And also, when my mother-in-law bugs me, I love her and
yeah,
she's not watching this, but
hey,
when
mom,
when people in my life tell me, oh, your kids are missing out on something because of they're not going to first grade in person or whatever, one of the things that helps my case is I have a real first grade teacher teaching
Right.
her. You know what I mean? I have a real
Exactly.
math major teaching math. So that, and it helps me not feel as guilty.
Right. Don't feel guilty.
So yeah,
You're an amazing mom. Do
thank
not
you.
feel guilty.
So anyway, I just wanted, and then I also wanted to share with you how to make a Google Doc while we're on
Yes.
here. Is that
Yes.
okay with you? Okay, so I'm
Please.
gonna open a new slide here,
Okay.
and I'm going to share my screen. So we're getting a little smaller, and I'm gonna
Okay.
share my screen. Okay, you see this?
I do.
So here we are. How you can get to this is you go to drive.google.com. Okay, that's how you get to this.
Drive.google.com. Okay.
So what I actually do, just as I'm sharing my screen with you, I'll show you real quick what I do.
Okay.
I'll share my screen like this. And okay. 1 second.
Okay.
I clicked on the document, but the document didn't open while sharing my screen. 1 second. I'm going to stop the screen share, and I'm going to do share again. Share screen. Chrome tab. There we go. Now I'm going to open the Google Doc. All right. Now you can see it.
Yeah.
So I share this Google Doc with my students when I'm teaching them the sounds, So what I do, this is what I do in my Spanish classes. I say, hello, my name is Teacher Evelyn, and I speak English fluently. I speak English and Spanish fluently. In my home, we speak both languages. So I teach you guys the tips and tricks to learning Spanish that I'm teaching my own kids. I feel like the first most important thing to know whenever learning a new language is to learn the letter sounds that sound a little bit different than English. So the first letter sound is the sound that A makes. A in Spanish says ah. Everybody, ah.
Ah.
The E in Spanish sounds like the E in the word egg. Eh.
Eh.
And the I sounds like our long E. I is E. It's true. E.
E.
The O in Spanish sounds a little bit different. It's O. Can you say O?
Oh. Oh.
Muy bien. And the U in Spanish says ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, like ooh, shiny.
Ooh.
The H in Spanish makes no sound at all. It's true. Every time you see an H, it doesn't make a sound. That's why we say hola and not hola. And the word hotel is spelled the same from English to Spanish, but because we don't say the H, hotel is hotel. Can you say hotel?
Hotel.
Muy bien. The J in Spanish is called jota. It makes the sound like an English H. So that's why we say Jose and jalapenos. We don't say Josie and jalapenos. Everybody say jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
The Z in Spanish sounds like an S. My Spanish teachers never corrected me on this. I was saying zapatos for shoes, and I didn't know until later that it's not zapatos, it's zapatos. The Z in Spanish is a softer sound. It sounds like an S. Can you say zapatos?
Zapatos.
Muy bien. And my favorite color is azul. Azul is blue. Azul.
Azul.
And the double L in Spanish, the double L in Spanish sounds like a Y. So llama is spelled the same from English to Spanish, but in Spanish it's called llama. Can you say llama?
Llama.
Okay, so what I do is I create the Google document. That was just a little momentary showing you how I do my Spanish, right? So I create the Google document, and we create it while we're having class. So let's say for that day, I'm asking them, ¿Cuál es tu animal favorito? What's your favorite animal? And they tell me in English, and I teach them how to say it in Spanish. Then they help me pick out a picture for it. So we create the document together during class. So the kids, I'll have a list of the kids' names on a piece of paper. And I'll say, you don't have to raise your hand. Everybody's going to have a turn. I'm going to call on everybody one at a time, go down the list and ask you, ¿Cuál es tu animal favorito? What is your favorite animal? And so each kid will get a chance to answer. And then I check them off on my list to make sure I don't skip anybody. And so then after class, just like you can write feedback to the parents, right? I copy and paste. So let me go over to my document. What I do is I click share right here. You see the share button in the corner? So I change this right here to anyone with the link can view it, right? Anyone on the internet, not anyone. Restricted. Only people added to the link. No, anyone with the link can do it. So I click copy link. So now it's copied. So then I just go over to where I'm writing to the parents and I send the link to them. So I just copy, I just paste it to them. So I make sure that that this doesn't have a lock button right there. Anyone on the internet with this link can open it. So I just copy the link.
Okay.
And then when I'm writing my feedback, I click paste.
Okay.
So what I did, I'm going to close that. I'm going to, there we go. Okay. So you can see that again. What I did was I didn't want to memorize what I need to type in to find the Google Docs, right? So I clicked the star that makes it a favorite so that it's saved at the top of my screen as one of my favorites. You know, this star right here in the top right-hand corner, so that it is automatically right here. The star is on the top right-hand corner of this. Oh, you can't see it.
No.
You can't see it while I'm screen sharing right now. Sorry, but you know when you're sharing when you're on a favorite website, you click favorites, which is the little bar in the top right hand corner. So then it's saved to the top bar. So then it shows Google Slides at the top.
Does it show you how to make these documents?
Oh, let me show you that too. Sorry.
Because that just.
Yeah. Oops. 1 second. I just exited out of it. Give me half a second.
No problem.
All right. So I'm just clicking on Google Slides again. So yeah, I'll show you how to make it. Here we go. We are opening it back up. Okay, so right over here on the left-hand side, I click New. Then I go down to Google Doc. And here I have a new Google Doc that I can create. You see? So let's say I want to write.
It's not showing me.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, you're right. You're exactly right.
Clean my eyes.
Let me share my screen. There we go. So here we go. It opened up a new document.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So if I want to write the cat in the hat. So I could type this up before class. And have it ready for the kids. Or like how I do in class, I'm typing as I'm teaching. So I use this document as my whiteboard. So this is my whiteboard. Everybody can see it. That way I'm not holding up a whiteboard and they maybe can't see it, right? This is big and clear and I can make the font as big as I want it, right? And then I can send a link of the notes to the parents. Or if you want to have a list of words to practice or whatever, you can send that link to the parents as well when you're writing the feedback. So yeah.
I'll do that today because I'll send it to you also.
Another thing that I do, and you don't, I'm one of the parents, you don't have to do this with me, but an issue we have on Outschool is a lot of times parents forget and students don't show up. So what I always do is I set an alarm on my phone for 15 minutes before the class. And I just use my phone on the Outschool website and just write, I look forward to teaching student's name. I look forward to teaching Bobby Spanish in a few minutes. So that way the parents are getting an email that they received a message from the teacher. And then the message says, we have class. One time, you know, as a parent, my friend Cindy, I had forgotten about the math class, and she had sent a message saying, you know, I'm looking forward to teaching your daughter math class. And I'm like, oh, oh my goodness, that's today. So then I
Right.
remembered and she was on time to class. I do the same. And Cindy's son takes my classes and
Oh,
she's sometimes almost forgotten and her son comes to my Spanish class. So so I send out those reminders. So I like to think that I probably have better attendance to my classes than some teachers do because I send out reminders. And
that's a good idea.
some of the parents send me a thank you. And then so we're not required to send out messages, but I choose to send out that reminder because the parents already paid for the class, so they would like to come to it,
Right,
So,
right.
and we get forgetful as busy parents, And me personally, doesn't if the student does not show up and they don't send me any sort of message, I still send them the link to the notes because they paid for the class and I'm not returning the money. Unless if they send me a message and they say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot." I choose to be gracious and send them a refund. I
Right.
choose to do that myself because they took the time to tell me, "Oh, I'm so sorry I forgot," or "We went to a funeral," or "There was a car wreck,"
Mhm.
or "This happened," or "That happened," or "They're sick." So I just whenever the parent messages me and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry we forgot. We'll be there next time." I'm a parent too. I get it. So I refund the money because why? Because this is my business. I get to choose whether I'm refunding them or not. That's why I like Outschool. They leave it open to us,
Right.
right? But um I choose to refund them because I'm building a base of regulars.
Right.
And if I don't refund them when they say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, they were sick or whatever." If I don't refund them, they might not want to come back to me. I don't know. But it's not required. It's your choice whether you want to refund it or not because you're not required to.
Right.
So my daughter the other day threw a fit and refused to go to reading class because I took her iPad away because it was time for reading class. So I learned my lesson not to give them iPads before reading class. And so now, they're excited about class and stuff. So, but you refunded me and that was so kind and you didn't have to do that. And I
I
appreciate it. That
did.
was
I
really
felt
kind.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
So, but yeah. Anyway, my daughter has class in 7 minutes. So,
You go.
but yeah, I also wanted to say it's so nice. My daughters now they do Esther and Deborah do reading class on Tuesday mornings. Esther does math class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Esther and Deborah do a science craft class every Wednesday. So it's nice to have those ongoing classes because
Right.
I don't have to come up with their education because I'm busy teaching Spanish classes and gardening and
Right.
I'm potty training and breastfeeding and all the things,
You're
and
being a mom and a
yes.
wife.
So and we read books a lot, but always coming up with curriculum for them is not that easy for me. But it's also nice. It's nice having a different teacher teach them because
Right.
they light up in a different way when it's not just their mom bothering them with
Exactly.
homework.
I couldn't
So
have done
yeah.
it with my daughter. She's awesome, but woo,
Yeah. Well, and since it's just a 30-minute class, you guys are able to make it fun
right.
because it's not too long. It's not going on for hours and hours and hours.
Oh, right.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you
Time
so
time
much.
for math class. All right. Thank you so much.
Fun.
So
Thanks,
that's
Evelyn.
yeah, and I for anybody that's watching, I also have a video on my YouTube channel about how to use Google Drive, and feel free to look that up too. You just have to
Fantastic.
search in the search engine Evelyn Joy Google Drive, and I'll have all the where to
You're
click from
amazing.
there. All
You're
right.
so helpful. Thank
Well,
you. Thank you. Thank you.
that's why I do my YouTube channel, just to share ideas and help people out. And that's why we did this interview. Thank you for coming
Yes.
on my channel so
Thank
that
you.
we can share with people that might be nervous about starting on Outschool that it's not a big deal, right?
It's not. It's not.
Yes. All
Thank
right.
you,
Thank
Evelyn.
you so
Have
much.
a blessed day.
You too.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Evelyn.